Yeah. So on behalf of seniors today, I welcome all of you participants to this evening's open house. My good friend and brother Lakshmi Narayan is away for a little bit of personal work today. So I stand in for him. And our job is essentially to get all participants to talk. The anchor will not be talking. Okay. Today's subject, it could be a few. The first subject which I would like people to share is give me some memories from your childhood which have left an impact on you even today. बचपन के ऐसे कुछ घटना जिसका प्रभाव आज भी आप पर पड़ता है. So it could be anything. And the thing is quite simply, you just have to tell me your name, a brief background about yourself, and you can start your bachpan ki kahani. And you can speak for about 2 to 2.5 minutes, and it'll be fun. So who's going to start? You can show me the reaction sign using the reactions icon. Anybody can start. Just share it. Yes, sir. Anybody?
Yeah, let me as well break the ice.
Okay, Sridharji, start. Yeah, after Sridharji, or Sita ma'am will speak. I won't call her ma'am, I'll say Sita.
I don't have much to share about my childhood, though my memory is quite good even this date. Because I was more raised by my grandparents, maternal, than my parents. My parents, I joined them a little later. So I've always been attached to my grandparents more often. And I remember my first day in school when my neighbor was the man who was actually handling this. He was like a teacher. He was in fact a tuition master to my aunt also. And first day he took me, he and his daughter, his daughter and I, we were same age group, and we were, of the like bachpan ke dost. And the first day she was a little naughty and always trying to show off and attract the attention. And she started wailing and all over on the first day of the school. I said, she asked me, Sridhar, why are you not laughing? Crying. I said, why should I cry? I don't feel like crying. No, first day you have to cry. That's the rule. So that's how the childhood passed off for me.
Okay.
Generally, I was a reasonably good student, and though not very brilliant, but then my maths was my special subject, and English, of course, was my specialty. And I had a wonderful Sanskrit teacher. Was wonderful Pandit he was. I still remember some of the words he taught me, and then I still remember when I read the slokas or listen to the bhajans. I had a reasonably peaceful, sort of quiet childhood.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us something about your beginning of interest in music?
Actually, I was more a listener than a singer. I was never a singer until a year ago. And what brought me into singing was the COVID, because I had nothing better to do. And I have a grandson who has got some special difficulties, and I have to entertain him. So he was always interested in music, and so just to entertain him, I took up to singing. And whatever I had heard, all that thing came in handy. And once I started singing, people said, Arey, you have a talent somewhat in singing. Why don't you pursue it? I said, no way. This is exclusively for my grandson. And then all of a sudden, this thing came. One of my ex-colleagues, we have a association of old colleagues. There one lady said, Sridhar, why don't you go for this? There's something, there is a competition here. Why don't you go?
Mm.
So they had heard me singing some English songs and all in some small groups. I said, okay, I will go for. So I signed up for English. And unfortunately, English got floored down after the first thing. So I came up, I also opted for Hindi. So I took up to Hindi, and then and there I had my Rakhi Wali sister. She said, Arey, Anna, you are doing wonderful. So you should do. And she guided me into this and how to, she was my mentor, actually. Changar, and she did all these gadgets and how to hold the mic and how you have to do, how you have to present, all these things. She mentored me. Then I said, okay, so with few trimmings here and there. And I knew my frequency of singing matches more with little bit of Mukesh and more of Hemant Kumar and Talat Mahmood.
Oh, good. Lovely.
So I generally prefer singing these people. Although my best favorite singer is Manade, but I can't match him. So except for a few songs of his. So
wonderful. And the beauty was you were a casual singer. You ended up being among the top 10.
I don't know. That's purely heaven sent. And
what was the
I should give a credit to my sister.
And what was the English song that you sent as a trial?
The English song I sang in the first time was Elvis Presley's song. Was I can't help falling in love with you.
Okay. Why can't you sing for us?
Can you recall the song of Elvis Presley, which "Kaun hai jo sapnon mein aaya, kaun hai jo dil mein samaya"?
Yeah, there is a song.
It
used to be called as
Oh Priya.
There is an Elvis Presley song.
Yeah. Margarita. That's Margarita.
Yeah. Margarita. Yes, Margarita.
Wonderful. Thank you.
But I can definitely with again sing back
wonderful
Elvis or Jim Reeves to some extent.
Wonderful. Let's now move on to one other speaker, and then we'll come back to everybody for a second round. I would like to move to Sita now. Whatever she would like to share with us.
Yes, it's a very small, insignificant when compared to the knowledge that people have gained and all the achievements. I would say started off when I was a child. My mother told me that even as a child, I used to hum. Before I could speak, I used to hum with the radio and things like any kind of music. So probably I had the interest even at that age. Basically, I come from a family of music lovers and musicians. Oh, like my sister-in-law was the last disciple of Chembai.
Wow.
And she did her MPhil in music, and her both the children are performing artists. One is a violinist, one is a singer. So singer, violinist too. The rest of them are into music. Very knowledgeable where music is concerned, and my brother as well. So he's like, for me, he's the encyclopedia. Anything I need, any raga, anything that, any composition that I'm not very sure of, the raga base, then I write to him or I talk to him. And we sit down, we talk music, we walk music, we listen music when we are together. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So I couldn't speak English. When I was a child, I was put into Telugu medium, and then that's the local school that was available, and then I studied there. When I was playing, they used the word boil. One of the children, they were playing and they said boil. I said, what is boil? By then I was in grade 3, grade 4. Then I said, what is boil? She said, you are in grade 3 and then you don't know the meaning of boil? And then that really pricked me. So I went back and asked people, what is boil? Then this is what it means. That's probably the moment when I said, no, I have to speak English. Pick it up. And I went on and on. I have it in me, an inclination to learn languages. Okay. I speak 7 languages fluently and read
really? And what are they? What are the 7 languages?
Like any other Indian, I can speak 5 languages. All Tamil, Telugu. Tamil is my mother tongue. Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, French, and English. I did my master's in French.
Wow.
I did my master's in English as well, and then went on to do my MPhil, and then I finished with my PhD. So with music as, an ear for music and an ear for language, brought them together. I presented one paper in Music Sangeet Research Academy, Delhi, in collaboration with, Speech and Hearing in Mysore. So they held a conference. They used to hold annual conferences. That's where I presented a paper on the Swara Ma. The use of Swara Ma in both music and speech.
Okay.
So if you're able to do that, then because that is a pivotal note, it's the central note in the seven swaras, right? So pick it up. You have two swara, two mas, Pratimadhyamam and Shuddha Madhyamam.
Okay.
So what do we use more often? Because when we emote speech, what do we use more often? Is it Pratimadhyamam or Shuddha Madhyamam?
Wow.
So if you're able to identify this, so I had some speech, samples, and then I came to a conclusion with, of course, with a very localized kind of a data, that we use more of Shuddha Madhyamam when we speak normally and Pratimadhyamam when we are emoting our speech.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, this kind of, I discovered for myself, because I didn't know this before, that this can help you identify your fundamental frequency, that is your pitch, Adhar Shruti.
Okay.
But you know your Shruti, even without, offhand somebody wants you to, your Shruti. So you know where to begin. You don't need to set your, Shruti box or something like. So it helps, identify your fundamental. So that's was my journey in music. In the initiation into music, I wouldn't say a journey. It's initiation into music and speaking and languages. Yeah.
Phenomenal. I think we should have been note down Sita's name as one of our guest speakers in one of our
Oh my God.
Seniors
Oh my God.
Today sessions. It'll be an amazingly informative session. In fact, on this point, they say when composing music, you don't do the Shuddha and both the swaras in the same song.
Is that a rule?
I don't know. They say so, but R.D. Burman broke that rule.
No. There are ragams where both the mas occur. For example, saranga in Carnatic music, it has got both the mas.
Okay. They say in that light music
Hindustani
song,
Hindustani Lalit raga, it carries both the mas, madhyamas.
Okay. Because they say, especially in the song, Zindagi ke safar mein guzar jate hain jo makan wo phir nahi aate. In that, immediately after Antara, he plays, mama, 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 mama. That's how the Antara, prelude to the Antara is composed. Where both the mamas, especially when you play the keyboard, mama, 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 you get that effect there. It was an amazing discovery when I heard. But that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Karthikeyan, for adding on. And Sita, it's been wonderful. We'll have you as a special guest speaker on one of these.
Thank you. My honor, sir. If I'm able to do justice to the topic, I'll be grateful.
It'll be wonderful. It'll be wonderful. May I now request Bharati ji, aapko share karna. Aaj to aapko share karna hi hai.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste, Bharati ji. Camera bhi switch on kar lijiye. हाँ, lovely. सब आपको देखेंगे. कुछ भी आपकी बचपन के बारे में, आपकी रुचि के बारे में, कुछ भी.
Rajkot, brought up in Mumbai, Shivaji Park, Dadar. My family was a middle class family, but my father was fully into all cultural activities. He imbibed into us hobbies like reading, music, going for good classical music programs. Hearing was my passion, and learning languages. Basically, my mother tongue is Gujarati, but then he encouraged me till my fifth standard. I studied in English. Then mother tongue Gujarati was in the vacation. We were to learn Gujarati in the vacation, and Marathi, French, and Hindi Matribhasha.
So nice.
So he encouraged this love for language and reading. Good reading, and imbibe something from whatever you read.
Okay.
That is the habit we. And from my mother's side, I can cook well. She was a good cook, and whatever I do in cooking, I pour my heart into it, और प्यार से बनाती हूँ, और हमेशा ही अच्छा बनता है, और the love for making everyone happy in the family.
वाह, क्या बात है। बम्बई आए तो आपके किचन पे जरूर हम आएंगे।
बिल्कुल sir, I would be obliged. I would be very happy to give you a Gujarati thali.
अरे वाह, lovely.
Yeah.
In fact, I want to ask you a question about the Gujarati language. गुजराती में जब मोटा भाई बोलते हैं वो तो ये मोटा तो नहीं है ना?
No. मोटा भाई, big brother.
अच्छा, big brother.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. And मराठी में जाओ, मराठी में क्या? मराठी में तो सबको भाव बोलते हैं, elder brother को क्या बोलते हैं? दादा. Okay. So
दादा
nice.
is elder brother. दादा is elder brother.
Very
Yeah.
nice. So nice.
Yeah.
आपका favorite dish क्या है, भारती जी?
I personally, there is no personal favorite. जो सबको पसंद है वो मुझे पसंद है.
हम आएंगे बॉम्बे और आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे पूरी और श्रीखंड खिलाएं.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल, yes sir.
So nice, wonderful. Yeah. Now I'll request our friend Karthikeyan, who is from Kolkata and my classmate of a very long time, more than 50 years, 60 years together. Karthikeyan, please share something with our audience.
Really a great occasion for me. Actually, it came as a surprise after the Shankara Hall program stuff came through for Mohan. Actually, childhood memories means, I don't know, I mean, it is basket full of memories because we are one very large family. I mean, it's a cricket team, as a matter of fact. We are 9 brothers and 2 sisters.
Wow.
Of course, 3 wickets down. So it's a very large family, and always there used to be some 20 people, 25 people at home. Okay. I mean, the family plus, of course, and those days, during, you can imagine in 60s and all. I mean, even the names you don't know, people will be there at home. Kind of stuff, the kind of environment I grew up in. So the memories are really flooding. But because the time is quite short, I would like to just mention the breakthrough I had in respect to the music part. Actually, though I really used to enjoy music because my mother was a good singer, and she had a fascination for collecting those 45 RPM and 78 RPM records of those good old days. I mean, a range of Carnatic music, mainly Carnatic music, and devotional songs of T.M. Soundarajan, Govindarajan, and all those stuff. I mean, it used to be really a lovely thing listening to them. And that even as a child and youth, I used to listen to all those things. But the breakthrough really came after I joined bank. That could be a kind of a element of surprise. Actually, at the age of 24, I got this breakthrough in the sense, after I joined bank, I found that I had a lot of time in my hand, because earlier I was working for the private company Godrej and Boyce, who made those almiras and all. So there, of course, the work schedule was very tight. But after I joined bank, I found that I had good time in hand. So I was just discussing with my sister what I will do with this time I have. So he said, you have so much of interest in music. Though I was not knowing any ragas and all at that point of time. So she is the one who prodded me and made me join the great institution which is called the Sri Guru Gana Vidyalaya in Kolkata, which, for your information, was established way back in the year 1943. So next year they will be celebrating, as a matter of fact, the 80th year.
Wonderful.
So great institution.
Great.
I mean, one of the trinity of Carnatic music, Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar, I mean, that is a parampara they follow. Okay. So since
Both
then, I mean,
I think the
yeah,
teachers, Anantaramanji and his
Anantaramanji,
daughter,
Ambi,
they're
who
all
was very
excellent
popularly
teachers,
called
amazing
Ambi sir.
teachers in Kolkata.
Ambi sir and
Ambi
Champagalli
sir.
teacher.
Yeah,
She was also
amazing.
a school teacher in Andhra High School.
Wonderful teachers.
Yeah, great teachers. And I continued learning under his daughter after Ambi sir passed away in the year 1998. So the musical journey continued like that. And somehow I had a great passion for Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar's not only music, but the philosophical content in his kritis. I mean, he is an exact replica of Adi Shankara Bhagavad. I mean, because he followed the same tradition of the Advaita philosophy and the Shanmata tradition. Okay. And coupled with that, of course, the music he poured in a good measure. So
Wonderful.
that is how it was. So I really enjoy listening to a lot of music, as many others in our group now I see. And particularly Sitaji, I would really love to have your session on that, the usage of Madhyamam in our daily life.
Wonderful. That's an amazing session.
Yeah,
In fact, I missed a
my
few years.
honor to talk to you, sir. Probably
Yeah.
by talking to you, I would learn something a lot more than I know now.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, a few years ago
would-
in Kolkata, Karthik had organized a session where we talked about Tyagaraja's composition and Guru and our Kabir Das composition on Guru. I was given a platform.
It was a great occasion for me also. Mohan, along with Mohan, I could share my ideas about the Tyagaraja and he shared about Kabir Das.
And Guru on top. It was a wonderful session. That's
Amazing.
been wonderful. May I now request Lakshmi Ravichandran, please share thoughts. Our thoughts today are memories, childhood, or anything for that matter, which you would like to share with our audience. And Jagmohanji, after Lakshmiji, Jagmohanji, please feel free to join us and share thoughts. Haji, Lakshmiji.
Hi, hello.
Hi. Namaste.
Namaste, namaskar to everybody. I'm Lakshmi, and it's a great pleasure to be here amongst all of you. And I keep listening a lot, which is really amazing. And I learn a lot from so many of you with so many ideas and so many new things that keep coming up. I'm really glad that I'm a part of this group. Thank you so much, all of you, and particularly to the senior today team. And so about my childhood, I would like to say that I had been initiated, or I was just brought up in the environment of music right from my infancy, I should say. Because as far as I remember, even when I was 2 years old, we used to have house concerts at home in Delhi.
Wow.
And so I used to be quietly listening to all the entire concert. My mother used to say that, and that was how I was actually truly initiated into music, I should say. And till date, thank God I'm able to be in touch with the music. And so much so that actually the experience that I had as a child, listening to music actually made me more emotionally stable. And later on in life, I had to struggle a lot, which I could do, I should say, because I was emotionally strong and, and that actually music has a huge role to play in it, is what I feel. And also, I have been in the education field, and I have been I've been with the children, I should say, who are really therapeutic. And you learn a lot from small kids in terms of the enthusiasm, which is a great learning, which is a great experience, I should say.
Wonderful.
And being in music, I thought I should do something for children. And I have actually, because I come from Sri Lalguri Jayaraman's family also, he's my uncle, the violinist. So actually that made me do something a little more than what I'm doing right now. I thought I should actually compose music for children.
That is
And
wonderful.
and I have been trying to introduce raga-based composition for small ones. In fact, the earlier the better is what I felt. You introduce them to music as early as possible, right from even from womb, I would say. And so I have actually selected like a 14 to 15 rag for children, and have composed songs for them. So that is my dream actually. One day I really want to cut an album and then just give it to children. And that is my only ambition that I have right now.
So we will note down our Lakshmi Ravichandran ji's name also in the archives for a guest lecture on music and emotional stability.
I'm
It's
really
wonderful.
honored. I don't know.
In fact, I'm too, Sita and Lakshmi have both given us, something special about music, about the emotional timbre and emotional tenor that music can give all of us. That's something amazing.
Yeah, that is really, really, I mean, I would always say anywhere, anytime, what music does to a person.
What raga would you recommend for lifting us from blue mood?
Oh, yeah. I would, for me, it is Nalina Kanti. I don't know what is the corresponding rag in what you call in Hindustani, but for me personally, whenever I hear Nalina Kanti, it really peps me up and it cheers me up.
Wonderful. I've not learned music formally. All my learning has only been through a very big, powerful source called Binaka Geet Mala.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
And of course, recently I've been listening to YouTube for so many recordings. And it's been wonderful. I think music gives you... yeah, please.
Sorry. Yeah, on that note, I just want to congratulate Lakshmi ji because this year, GJR Krishnan and Viji.
Yes, Viji.
They are
recipient of
Sangeeta Kalanidhi Music Academy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We convey our congratulations to them.
Definitely. They'll be really happy to receive all your blessings and sure, I will see that. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Lalgudi
was very much, Lakshmi.
Yeah, sorry.
Lakshmi Lalgudi was a good composer in Tilanas. And
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Actually, yeah, the best ones. Because here I would like to share something. For my marriage reception, he asked me, which Tilana do you want? Which rag would you like me to play? So I told him, Madhuvanti is my favorite rag. And he actually played Madhuvanti Tilana. And that was when he had actually composed Madhuvanti Tilana also.
Wonderful.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi ji. I will now move to our friend Jagmohan
so
ji Sani. Jagmohan ji, आप कुछ share करना चाहेंगे? From anything, memories, childhood, कभी भी.
Sir, you got all talented people around. I don't think
आप भी बहुत ही talented है, no doubt about it.
हम लोग को आपको देख के बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है कि we are learning so much about music from you. I just listen to good music. That's the only hobby I got. Actually, I got one very good memory when we said you talk about childhood. It was when my father. I was remembering my father. He used to take me to temple every Tuesday. I used to hate. I said I don't want to go. Now he's no more. But till date, I go to temple on Tuesday. It has become a habit. So this is a thing I picked up from him and I remember him.
Which temple in particular?
He used to force me to go to temple because he was follower of Hanumanji. So every Tuesday, he said, you come. So I say, I don't want to come. Then I'll tell my mother, I don't want to go. He said, no, you tell him to come. So he'll give me some money and I used to put there. So now it has become a habit. So I try to inculcate the same to my son, but he's not interested. Thank you, sir. That's the way life is. I remember
मैं कहते हैं कि ये जो ईश्वर की चिंता जो है वो एक नहीं 7 पीढ़ी तक चलती है. तो आपके फादर ने स्टार्ट किया, आपके पास आया, it will definitely go down to your children, grandchildren. It will go. I'm sure about it.
Thank you,
so
sir.
Nice, Jagmohan ji. आपने कहा कि you are just listener. Just imagine, अगर कदरदान नहीं हो तो हम कलाकार की क्या हस्ती है?
नहीं सर, आप तो बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत टैलेंट है सर आपके.
If we didn't have people to listen and appreciate us, who will we sing to? Thank you very much, Jagmohan ji. I'm so
Thank
happy
you,
you
sir.
are here.
Thank you.
May I now request Govind Mathwani ji, please share with us.
Sure, sir.
Hi, yes, sir. Welcome.
My name is. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Govind Mathwani. I'm living in Hyderabad right now. About 38 years I spent in a country called Egypt doing
Acha.
this there. Now I'm retired, enjoying music, singing away my blues.
Wow.
Having a great time, yeah. As a child, I remember I was highly inspired by Mohammad Rafi Saab.
Oh.
Like you said, Binaga Geet Mala was the source. And I'm a huge fan of Mohammad Rafi. Of course, Mukesh, Mahendra Kapoor, Manna De, Kishore Kumar, of course, and Bala Subramaniam. And my personal favorite in South India is the gentleman who sang this song, Ka Karun Sajni Ayana Balam.
K.J. Jesudas.
Ah, yes, Sudas. Yeah, he's the one. Yeah. So I remember as a kid, I used to hum a lot. And one fine day, we were attending a wedding reception. And someone told me to, sing live on the band. And I sang one song, Mohammad Rafi's song, Nain Milakar Chain Churana Kiska Hai. And surprised, I was hardly 11, 12 years old guy. I mean, kid. And everybody applauded, and I was really amazed. And since then, I've been singing regularly. These days, as I told you, I'm retired. My best pastime is listen to music and try to sing it out.
Lovely.
That's about it.
What are your favorite songs, Govindji?
My favorite song is Mohammad Rafi's Tum Jo Mil Gaye Ho, To Ye Lagta Hai Ke Jahan Mil Gaya.
Special composition by Madan Mohan.
Madan Mohan, oh my God, what a great musician he was.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, R.D. Burman is also one of my favorites.
Madan Mohan composed a song for the movie Hakikat with absolutely no percussion. Yaad hai?
I'll tell you.
With a violin background.
Yes.
मैं ये सोच कर उसके दर से उठा था कि वो रोक लेगी मना लेगी मुझको. Lovely.
Beautiful song.
Lovely song. Excellent. Very wonderful listening to you, Govindji. Let's go to our friend Tamban Nair. Tamban Nair ji, I've been seeing you regularly here, but I've not seen you on the camera or hear you speak. So today, over to you, sir. Nair Saab. Please unmute and come on the camera and speak. Yes, sir. A little louder. A couple of people have left. Colonel B.K. Sharma. Yes, Nair Saab. Yes, speak.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I started my singing in 1968 while I was studying for SLC. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. While I was studying for the 8th standard, my friend had a gramophone. I used to hear from that, and I was, enthralled by the song Chandan Sabad.
Arre wah.
Ever since I have been singing Mukesh songs, and My favorite is Mukesh. All Mukesh songs are by heart for me.
Oh, lovely.
And somebody told me that my voice matches with that of his.
Wow, wow, wow. Then you must sing for us today.
Yeah. And whatever he has sung for Raj Kapoor thrills me a lot.
Okay.
Every song. And I too sing for the songs of Yesudas. As somebody was telling that song and all. Latest, I mean, so many songs he has sung for Ravindra Jain and all. All are my favorites. And as a whole, most of the songs are by heart for me, for Yesudas also. And I retired as a bank manager from Syndicate Bank. Ever since I am singing for that is Mule, Star Maker, and others. I have nearly sung for some 1,400 songs.
Oh, what's your Smule ID?
Smule ID. Smule ID. It is my email is Tambanayar PU. That is the name. That name itself will get you there. THAMBAN, not BAN.
BAN Nair. I will search for you.
Tambanayar.
My Smule ID is Mohan Kafi, so I will search.
Okay, sir. And so many songs, even that another song is there from that for Sanjeev Kumar. That is sung by Bhupendra. That
Which
song.
movie? Which movie?
Dil Dhoondta Hai.
Yes. Madan Mohan music again.
Yeah. Dil Dhoondta Hai Fir Wahi.
Lovely. फुर्सत के रात
दिन बैठे रहे वसुंधरे याना किए हुए.
But there is another version also.
Yeah, there is a version.
Yeah,
The other version is
the other
even
version
more.
is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, very beautiful.
Other version is
lovely, lovely, lovely. Kambanji, a quiz for you. I'm going to sing a Hamma Mukesh song. You tell me on whom was it picturized.
Of course. I will
Okay.
try.
किसी का प्यार मिला बड़ा अजीब मेरे दिल का राजदार मिला मैं खुश नसीब हूँ.
That does not come to my mind.
किसी, yeah, it is from the movie Tower House, picturized on Ajit, who later on became a villain actor.
Okay. Villain.
Very nice Antara it has. किसी ने पूरे किए आज प्यार के वादे. Lovely composition.
And this song, ये मेरा दीवाना
yes
है
क्या मोहब्बत का सुरूर
दिल के तेरे
तू न पहचाने तो है ये तेरी नजरों का. Picturized on whom?
ये मेरा दीवाना.
Lovely, wonderful. Let's do one more thing. We still have about another 15 minutes. Let everybody get one more round.
Yeah, okay. Then
This time it will be slightly different from music. We will go into what is called
two lines of this song.
Books,
I can sing.
Authors. Okay, books, authors. That will be our subject. Who's the favorite? What book you have read, and who's your favorite author? So, as usual, I would like to start off with Sita.
Yes, my.
Okay, Sridhar, and then we'll go to Sita. Yes, Sridhar.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You said somebody.
Not at all. Sridhar, please start. No problem.
Yeah, I thought I heard my name. So
No, your name, Sridhar.
Yeah. I normally read a lot of Leon Uris, and most of the Leon Uris books I must have read. I started with Topaz at one point of time and Battle Cry and whatnot, and they are all my. He's a very, very good narrator, and Irving Wallace, of course. These two are my favorite books, authors.
And the book?
The book is Topaz and QB17 are my best.
Topaz, wonderful. Okay.
That is about the Cuban blockade.
Okay.
With JFK took a decision on that.
Okay.
It is mostly political will be there on Topaz.
What did you like about Leon Urai's writing style or something?
Yeah, his narration is wonderful.
Okay.
I mean, they're all factual, mostly factual. It's more like Frederick Forsyth.
Okay.
But it's better than Frederick Forsyth in quite often.
Okay. Wonderful. We move to Sita now for her book, author, and any quotes that you would like to share with us.
There are lots of them. I mean, it's difficult to choose from. Such
Please
great
come on
authors.
camera, please, if you don't mind.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. One of the most influential authors, according to me, who has influenced my thinking was Francis Bacon and his essays.
Okay.
It was like, I read it over and over again, and then every word seemed to acquire a new meaning. Every essay, it was just a one-page long essay, the collection of around 145 essays or something. Each sentence was a quote by itself.
Okay.
So that greatly influenced me, and I think he's one of the greatest. You can quote for any occasion.
Okay.
So,
some quotes of Francis Bacon.
Yeah, actually, essays of Francis Bacon.
Okay.
Some quotes,
any particular quotation that you would like to share?
Okay.
Quotes.
Okay. If I can, let me do justice to the quote. Read not to refute or no, sorry. Some books are to be digested. Some books are to be. Sorry, sir. Sorry, I don't remember. Sorry, it's about books. It's about books. Some books are to be digested. Some books are to be chewed, and something like that. I cannot do justice to it. So
I like that thing which you started. Read not to refute. If you can give us
yes. That is again one of it's an essay called Off Reading.
Okay.
So all essays are titled Off something. So this is Off Reading, Off Marriage, Off Death. Off death, I remember people are afraid of death like children fear to go into the darkness. So this was again something very catchy, but again, like 30 years ago, I read and then I don't remember. I know, my apologies. Yes, wonderful. But it did make me think, and I still, rave about his essay.
It's not exactly claustrophobia, is it?
Huh?
What she said about going into the darkness,
I don't know what is the word called. Yeah.
Claustrophobia, I think it's a.
No, claustrophobia is about closed rooms.
And darkness and.
Darkness, I don't know. I think these days Google is giving you everything.
Yeah.
If some of us had Google, we would have scored much higher marks in school, perhaps. That's wonderful. Bharati ji, आप कुछ share कीजिए. आप किताबें, लेखक.
I read Gujarati books. My favorite author is Jai Vasavda. He writes short stories, and I'm interested in short stories.
Achha.
I enjoy reading short stories and stories which inspire me and which give me strength to face life.
Any particular story? उसकी दो line. Anything important? Any nice story? उसके character कुछ share करेंगी?
I just now don't remember because he has written so many books, but he writes on day-to-day life. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which touches my heart. Yeah.
Thank you, Bharati ji. We now go to Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi ji, please share your experience of books, authors, characters, whatever.
Yeah, hi. I would just offhand, I would say I'm a huge fan of P.J. Wodehouse.
Wow, okay.
And I just love the idyllic world that he presents, and for me, it just relaxes me no end. And my favorite series of his books are Emsworth series.
Okay.
I mean, he's so adorable, the Lord Emsworth. So for me, whenever I'm in some sort of disturbed mood or anything, I just pick up one Woodhouse, and that really lifts me up. So, and also Irving Wallace, like somebody said, I love his books also. Man and The Prize, they are the most endearing books. I mean, I still remember most of the characters in that.
Wonderful. Jagmohanji, your reading and books, authors, characters, kuch bhi.
I remember when I was in army, that's a book which we have been described by Joseph Heller, Catch-22. So that was a book which to read and use it very often in our day-to-day activities, you know. So that book really influenced me when I was in army, and how we used to manage, like anywhere we are going, like there was a small incident, you know, like what they were doing just for Indian's sake, they'll go to Nagpur, buy some oranges, they are very cheap, and come to Madras and sell. So the whole money which we collect, it go to syndicate. So nobody complains. So that's basically Catch-22 for that, you know. So this was all taught by Joseph Heller, you know. That book gives us all the happiness. And we used to take the book, help and do whatever we want to do, and they never get caught, you know. That was a fine thing we had. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely, Jagmohanji.
Yeah, Leon Uris has written on the Catch-22.
Okay.
Leon Uris has written on Catch-22.
No, Joseph Heller. Joseph Heller.
Joseph Heller, okay.
Joseph Heller has written the books.
Yeah, I read one by Leon Uris also on Catch-22.
This has been very beautifully put here. Read not to contradict and confute, not to believe and take for granted, but to weigh and consider. That's lovely. Very nice. Thank you.
Sir. Yes, that is what I was trying to recall. Thank you.
That's very nice. Archana has been very kind enough to share that with us. Karthik, would you like to share with us your reading experience?
Actually, the book really that left the greatest impression on me is George Orwell's 1984.
Okay.
Yeah, somehow I don't know why. I mean, even now, you know, some men are more equal than others.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that book left a of course, like others said, during my college days and all, I used to read Frederick Fawcett, Leon Uris, and all those stuff. But now, the greatest impact I am having is reading Ra Ganapathi's Devatin Kural.
Oh, okay.
Words, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
It is encyclopedic.
An insight into Mohan's life. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah. It is really amazing in the sense that, I mean, he's so pragmatic. That is the greatest thing about Mahabharata. He can come down to any level, and then you can really identify yourself with him.
Amazing. The series of, I think, 7 books, isn't it? Devatin Kural.
Seven books. Yeah.
Amazing composition. I do agree with Karthik here. Yes, wonderful. Govindji.
Yeah,
books,
sure.
Authors, characters.
Actually, I've read just a handful of books of James Hadley Chase. I can't even recall the names. But the best book I enjoyed reading was Mario Puzo's The Godfather.
Okay.
I just simply loved it. Actually, I'm a huge movie buff. So I see a lot of movies. I hardly read. That's about it.
Good. So tell us about some movie you saw and a favorite character from any movie.
Godfather was one of my favorites. I don't know, must have seen a million times. And then
box office iska aap hi ne contribute kiya bahut kuch.
Exactly. Gladiator.
Okay.
Russell Crowe, my favorite actor.
Yeah. I shall have my revenge here or elsewhere.
And as a kid, I enjoyed movies like 10 Commandments, Ben-Hur, McKenna's Gold, all these kind of movies, you know, historical.
Lovely. Great. Lovely, Govindji. Lovely. I would like to move to Tamban Nairji. Please share books. Puri Saab has come. Avinash Chandra Puri. I will also request him to share some after Tamban Nair. books, authors. Sudha Daveji has come. She's also an accomplished singer.
Tambanji, you must unmute yourself. Tambanji.
Tambanji, please unmute yourself. This means unmute. Tambanji?
He can't hear.
Okay, till Tambanji gets it, let's move to Avinash ji was here. Avinash ji is
Sorry, I would like to interrupt.
Yeah, Avinash ji, please. Avinash ji, please unmute and share your thoughts, either your books, childhood memories, could be.
Starting from childhood memories, my childhood was very difficult.
Briefly introduce yourself.
My name is Avinash Chandrapuri, AC Puri shortly. I am senior citizen, 75-year-old. I am a passionate singing hobby, singing ghazals, old songs, good songs, not all songs, good songs, and then playing badminton. I am passionate about playing badminton. I can't live without playing a game. Even today, I almost go for badminton game and take part in the state.
वो shuttlecock में कितने feathers होते हैं?
Sorry, आपने technical
17 feathers.
16, 17, yes.
17 feathers होते हैं.
Yes. About 4 and 5 grams weight. Yes. But I have played it for last 35 years, I think. I started in 84. I think it was 1984 when I picked up the racket. At that time, it was costing only 50 rupees. And now it goes up to thousands.
Now the shuttlecock costs much more than 50 rupees.
Yes. It cost about a good shuttle with which we play. It costs about 100 rupees. 100 rupees. That is a medium. There are shuttlecocks more than that, but it is a fairly good average.
Sir,
आपके
music interest के बारे में कुछ बताइए. What songs you like?
Music interest is that I can't live without music. I listen. I sing right from Begum Akhtar, from KL Sehgal, to Mukesh ji, to Tala Sahab, to Hemant ji, to anything old, which is too.
Badminton खेलते खेलते क्या गाना गा सकते हैं?
बैडमिंटन खेलते मन
गा सकते हैं. ढल गया दिन हो गई शाम जाने
जितेंद्र भाई जितेंद्र जी. Yes.
अभी तो आई हो. अरे जी सुधा जी, see what a lovely voice she has. Sudha ji, please come on the camera. और आपके कुछ बचपन की या कुछ भी आप हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगी, to be welcome. आइए,
should I mute myself?
No, you can remain on, no problem.
Okay.
Sudha ji will share now. Sudha ji is also one of the talented singers from seniors today.
Oh my God.
आइए सुधा जी.
सुधा जी से 2 लाइनें भी सुनना चाहेंगे.
हाँ, 2 लाइन क्या बहुत ज्यादा है. सुधा जी is just gone out. I think she'll come back. शायद वो wrong button press कर दिया होगा, leave हो गया.
Leave.
होता है, something music.
आप भी सुना दें. पुरी साहब भी सुना दें. आप भी सुना दो पुरी साहब, जो आप कह रहे हो केएल सहगल के सुना दो.
हाँ, पुरी साहब आप केएल सहगल के 2 चीजें कुछ सुना दीजिए.
Yes, with pleasure. केएल साहब का एक बहुत ही आइकॉनिक सॉन्ग है. मैं तो उसको आइकॉनिक मानता हूँ. सॉन्ग है कातिबे तकदीर मुझे इतना बता दे.
क्या डेप्थ है आवाज में.
कातिबे तकदीर मुझे इतना बता दे, इतना बता दे, क्यों मुझसे खफा है तू, क्या मैंने किया है,
क्या
और
मैंने किया है।
क्या मैंने किया है, क्यों मुझसे खफा है तू, क्या मैंने किया है।
क्या बात, lovely, 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 lovely. Sehgal ki is an inspirer for so many people, especially Mukesh.
Yes,
So
yes,
Mukesh, yeah, so Mukesh ke follower
yes.
hai. Tamban ji kahan gaye? Tamban ji, sing me a Mukesh song which he
Actually,
sang in Sehgal style.
Mukesh ji's first prominent song, Dil Jalta Hai To Jalne De,
Sung in Sehgal style.
sung in Sehgal style. When Sehgal listened to this song, he was confused. He was confused. So he called his secretary and asked him कि ये song मैंने कब गाया था secretary? He said, तो secretary साहब ने बताया जी कि आपने नहीं गाया, ये song आपने नहीं गाया, ये कोई और सिंगर आए हैं, मुकेश जी,
मुकेश चंद माथुर ने गाया है आपके जैसे।
हाँ उन्होंने गाया, yes, yes.
वेरी नाइस। अच्छा सुधा जी आ गई हैं। सुधा जी प्लीज शेयर योर थॉट्स। आप कैमरा जरा सीधा कर लीजिए। हाँ, यस राइट। हाँ सुधा जी।
Is it okay?
या फाइन सुधा जी।
Yes, मोहन जी, कैसे हो आप सब?
हाँ मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसी हैं?
बस my childhood was amazing.
हाँ हाँ बताइए कुछ। वंडरफुल वंडरफुल।
Amazing childhood, born and brought up in Chennai. So I'm combination of dhokla and dosa.
बहुत अच्छी बात। सुधा जी एंड आई आर मेंबर ऑफ अ ग्रुप कॉल्ड मास्टरपीसेस। वहां हम लोग बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम करते हैं। लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू सिंग ऑन स्टेज विद सुधा जी समटाइम।
Sure, sir.
आपके
कुछ my brother had orchestra in.
हाँ। वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है सुधा जी।
My brother had orchestra in. Break हो रहा है हमें। I think I'll use this. Hands free. अब ठीक है?
हाँ
okay.
अब ठीक है।
My brother had orchestra in Chennai. हाँ, तो I was allowed to sing only one song with him, not romantic. Either father and son, daughter, or brother and sister. कोई romantic गाना गाने के लिए मुझे allow नहीं करते थे। Fight with him. Why not? When you are singing with others, why can't you sing with me? But those days, my father was also, though he was not that strict, but some type of internal feeling say, oh, you shouldn't sing songs like this. So I was तेरा मुझसे ये पहले का नाता कोई,
अच्छा
यूं ही नहीं डुबाता कोई, तेरा मुझसे है पहले का नाता कोई, यूं ही नहीं दिल डुबाता कोई, जाने तो
जाने माने तू
या माने ना।
बहुत बढ़िया। जैसे एक फिल्म बनी थी इंतकाम, उसमें लता मंगेशकर। हाँ बोलिए सुधा जी।
और few Gujarati songs related to brother and Kaun Hai Tipdi, or some very few songs like. So for that, just to sing one song, I had to sit for nearly 3 hours with him, and I used to get bored also. क्या भैया आप मुझे 1 घंटा बिठा के रखते हो, 1 घंटा गाते हो. If you want to sing, you come. Otherwise, you don't come.
I remember एक फिल्म बनी थी इंतकाम।
I lost.
हाँ एक फिल्म बनी
I
थी।
lost him in 2015.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry. एक फिल्म बनी थी इंतकाम। उसमें before making Lata Mangeshkar sing one song, you know. They had to struggle because वो बोलती ऐसे गाने मैं नहीं गाती हूँ। और वो भी हेलेन के ऊपर। An amazing song.
And this was by Asha ji.
नहीं Lata Mangeshkar.
No, it was by Lata.
Sure.
100%.
I think Asha was.
नहीं, it was not Asha.
Lata.
If you want to know whether it is Asha or Lata, sing the Antara. दूर से कितनी आई हूँ आई। कहाँ से आता है आवाज? Asha's आवाज will come from here. Asha's आवाज will come from here. कई मैं कहाँ फंसी, हाय रे फंसी, कैसे फंसी, रोना अबे न अबे हंसी, पापे बसा लो तुसी. It'll come from here.
Marvelous.
Mohan, sir, if I may add here,
Yeah, please do.
This song starts on an odd beat. Aa
Yes.
Jaane Ja.
Yes, correct.
So first Aa Jaane Ja, it goes on an off beat. Suddenly you feel she's singing off beat, but then it's a beautiful kind of an odd beat that she starts.
Yes.
The takeoff point is odd, very, very well sung and very, I mean, it shows
Because it starts with that cabaret beat.
right.
And then that background, that big thing, ba, 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 ba. Amazing. It's 5:35. Yeah. We have spent one full, wonderful hour. We didn't know how the time passed. Essentially, because of the wonderful contribution by each of you members. I'm personally grateful to each one of you. Sita, Lakshmi, Sudhaji, Tamban Nair, all of each one of you. Kartikeyan who has joined us, and please be a regular in Seniors today. Please log into our website and become a member there. We have so much to learn from you. We have so many new speakers who we can include in our future programs. Seniors Today is one of those organizations worldwide which does Abijo. See, all of us seniors are smiling.
And I must add, sir, you are a wonderful host.
Yes. You are offbeat. Wonderful and offbeat host. Not
together. Man, like you said, what did I learn to do when I was a child? I learned to keep smiling. Muskurate raho. Two people have inspired me to keep smiling. Just 2 people. 2 people inspired me to keep smiling. One was our Bengali actor Uttam Kumar. The other was Mohammad Rafi. You see Mohammad Rafi singing sad songs. Okay? Abhi, for example, there is a song from the movie Cha Cha Cha. Iqbal Qureshi.
Subhanai.
नहीं सुबह दूसरा वो हम न थे वो तुम न थे वो हम न थे वो तुम न थे वो रह गुजरती प्यार की लुटी जहां पे बेवजह पाल की बाहर की वो जब बाहर की इज अ सैड नोट उसमें मुस्कुरा के गाते हैं पाल की बाहर की मुस्कुरा के गाते हैं. These 2 people inspired me to keep smiling, and that's what I learned all my life. Muskurate raho. And this is how I would like to end my life too. Smiling.
And your smile is so infectious, let me tell you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I thank each one of you for having spent valuable time with us. Thank you very much, seniors today.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Archana. Thank you, seniors today for organizing this wonderful.
Blessed to start the morning with learn at people like you and learning from people like you. Thank you so much.
We look forward to it. Have a great.
Have a great day.